Hi.
Hey,
How are you?
so far so good.
Yeah, what is life like for you right now in quarantine? Is it just you and the bird?
It's just me, the bird, a couple of homies, a girl. I will say I'm blessed enough that my business and my life doesn't necessarily rely on me leaving my house.
Yeah.
And I was insane before quarantine started. So it's impossible for me to go insane. Like I was already there. You know what I'm saying?
Who's this girl quarantining with you? You know, you threw it out there.
I did say that pretty early on, huh?
I mean, we can wait and come back to that.
Yeah, let's do that.
You want to wait?
We'll skip back.
Okay. Well then let's talk about Valley Girl. I first have to know, did you learn to sing for this? Like, there's not a whole lot of you singing, but there is a line of you singing.
I have one line. And they made me do it probably 50 times. Like it was hard. I think after I did my one line, they're like, okay, we'll probably keep his limit there. No more singing for him. The pitch that they wanted me to hit was not in my tone. I was lucky enough to be surrounded by a cast who like actually has musical talent. Like all of them could have been singers, and so they carried the songs more than I did. Yeah.
Well, it was fun. It was fun to watch that. Have you like gotten the acting bug now? Like, do you want to do more?
I do. Yeah. So when I first came out to Hollywood, I wanted to be an actor. That was my goal. And then this internet stuff kind of took over my life, and it is fun because you can literally control everything, which is nice. And with Hollywood, it's a bit of a hurry up and wait process. You have to trust the people around you. I got trust issues. I had a lot of projects go wrong. I had a lot of projects go right, but traditional Hollywood is a bit more formulaic than this chaotic vlog life that I'm currently living in. And I go back and forth between which I like, but I'm definitely going to be doing more acting soon. I actually got a script that I wrote with my roommate that we're going to be.
Wait, you wrote a script?
Yeah, well, we wrote the outline for the script, pitched writers, and then selected writers to write a full-on script.
That's awesome. What is it about?
It's about it's with my roommate and best friend Evan Eckenrode, aka Dwarf Mamba, and like I would go as far to say as I truthfully believe that we are the best physical comedy duo online, and he's talented as all get out. So us on the internet, people like us, so I figured why not adapt it to a movie. We're gonna have a bidding war. We're finishing up the script. One more pass and we'll be good to go and start pitching it, and then I think people are just hungry for content now, so hopefully these big networks, these platforms will cough up some cash.
Hey, Mickey!
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm out here. Mickey's back! Woo!
Well, going back to Valley Girl, how fun was it to wear those outfits, to get your hair done like that every day?
So that's a great question. Going to set was awesome. I loved all the cast. I loved dressing up and pretending I was in the 80s like my parents. Even the songs, it was like I love music from the 80s. Soundtrack's awesome. The soundtrack's awesome, and I think the movie ends really, really strong. Like, I actually get like somewhat emotional towards the end, maybe because I was there on set, and the movie has so much like weight in real life for me. Yeah. But yeah, it was amazing. The one bad thing, I don't know if you noticed, my character has a mullet. Mickey Bowen has a mullet, and I also had a mullet in real life. So it was all fun and games until I left set to go back to the real world, and it's like 2018, and I'm walking around with a mullet hanging down on my shoulders. They also told me before the film started, this is bad. This is really unprofessional. She's like, the director, Rachel, she's like, hey, Mickey is he's a jock in high school, but he's a tennis player. And you're a little bulky right now. Could you lose 10 to 20 pounds for us? I go, Rachel, no problem. I could lose as much weight as you need. And I didn't lose anyway. Just so I am a very thick high school tennis player.
Did you try to lose 10 to 20 pounds and it just didn't go well?
I did try for like a day. And then I was like, this is tough. This is hard.
Did you see the original movie from 1983 with Nicolas Cage to sort of study? Were you familiar with it?
I saw half of it. Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to do like a little bit of backstory, but I realized they aren't that like the premise is somewhat similar, right? But ours is a musical, like full on musical.
What do you think fans are gonna think of it being a musical if they were fans of the original? Do you think they're gonna like it? Do you think they're gonna be like, what?
It's a tough question because if you're a fan of the original movie, it most likely means your age is 45 plus. I would assume they'd like a refreshing change of pace, but sometimes if you see something you love the first time and someone changes it, you know, you get kind of salty about it. But I don't know. I know the movie that was made and intended for a younger audience, that those people will love it.
I want to get a little bit personal with you because you and Chloe Bennet, who is your co-star in this movie, did date for a little bit. Now that some time has passed, does this movie sort of bring up any old feelings? It's hard to promote this movie because it reminds you of that time.
No, it doesn't. You know, it's a good question, and it's an inevitable thought, obviously. Because Chloe and I got close on set and had a relationship thereafter, and that girl changed my life. Like, I have so much love for her. I have so much love for Chloe, and I'm so blessed that I got to do that movie and spend time with her and reap the benefits of just being in her presence. But we are on good terms, amicable, platonic, friendly, and we both just appreciate each other as humans. Yeah. So no old like romantic feelings, whatever. But it was a very it's nostalgic watching back this time in my life where I was going through so many changes, both personally and publicly. And she played a monumental role in that. And so, it brings up some stuff.
Well, I mean, you said she changed your life. That's a bold statement. How did she change your life? I never had a mentor or someone to point me in the right direction when I was making bad decisions, which at that time in my life was a lot. And she, in many ways, became a light for me in a time where I did not have one. And I move forward. I carry on today in my life with values that she's instilled in me that I wouldn't have gotten from anywhere else or haven't thus far. And it's like she's the principles and in the way she lives her life and the way she thinks about people and her empathetic nature was contagious to me in many ways. Like you learn from the people you hang out with and the people you spend your time with. And she's definitely one of the most impactful people that I've ever had the pleasure of coming across in my life. That's like one of the nicest things that anybody's ever said about anybody.
Yeah, the girl's a gem. She deserves it.
And moving on, you do kind of play this jock in the movie. You play Mickey, Hey Mickey. Yeah. You're So Fine is basically your song in this movie.
Yeah.
How would you describe him? Like, is he a jerk? Does he have good qualities? Do you?
Mickey's he's ignorant. He's ignorant, but he's got good intentions. His delivery, hey, this is actually just like me in real life. His delivery sometimes needs a little bit of work. And he's a fun-loving, ignorant, immature kid.
I don't want to like spoil anything, but hopefully people will watch this after the fact, and we sort of get a life update from where all the characters are. And your character submits himself to be on The Bachelor every year, which I thought was freaking hilarious.
Yep.
Have you ever thought about ever going on The Bachelor in real life?
It's a great question. So yes, I have thought about going on it. Here's why it'll never work, ever. Because let's be honest, you and I both know that I could not take any of that serious at all. That is the most, yo. I like skimmed across an episode one day, and I was like, what is this show? Just like people knowingly insert themselves in a scenario where they really think they're gonna fall in love with 12 cameras pointing at them and mic'd up all the time, while the person you're trying to fall in love with is dating 12 other people? How does this make any sense? I'd like to consider myself a level-headed, semi-intelligent young man. I'd be sitting there while this is going down. I'm just like, this is not right. And I think the show works because everyone there is really trying to fall in love. It's genuine. It's authentic, right? That I could not do it.
You did tell me on the topic of love the last time I talked to you that you had made a list of what you wanted in a partner.
Oh my God, I did tell you that.
Wit, confidence, intelligence, opinionated, empathetic, self-aware, active listener, sexual deviant. She gotta be a sexual deviant. Tell me you don't want your wife to be a sexual deviant? Come on, guy. Talented, worldly. She gotta have foresight, and she gotta be insightful.
Yeah, and that you were looking to settle down.
Wow.
Then you were hanging out with Josie Canseco like a few weeks after that. So
Yeah.
what happened there? Is she the girl that's staying with you?
Yeah.
It is her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, wait, walk me through how this happened.
You off of me.
You're the one that told me all of this.
I know, but something I do is exploit the shit out of my life, and I don't know if I'm ready to exploit that part of it just yet.
Okay, well, can I play you a message from somebody?
Yeah.
It's from your brother, actually.
Oh, okay.
Hey Logan, it's me, your brother. Hi, me and the rest of the world want to know, are you single? Who are you dating? Tell us. I know there's somebody, I think.
Yo,
Come on.
this is cruel. What do you want from I can neither confirm or
Well,
deny.
you already confirmed it.
He knows. I don't know what how did you get him to do that? He was with me the whole
I didn't even ask. I just said, will you tape a message that I could play him? And that's what he chose to ask you.
I just
just
want to
wanna
live
know-
a normal life, but it's hard because I put everything on camera. So some things I try just a little bit to keep to myself.
Yeah, that's fair. Then one more thing about it.
Okay.
Does she check off all the things on your list that you gave to me?
Nope.
She doesn't?
No, what girl? The list I described is a unicorn, and I realized this: relationships are about compromise. If you have a checklist, and the person that you're with checks off every single box, I mean, good for you. I envy that person. That is insane. I think the idea is to get in a relationship and grow with the person as they develop traits that you're attracted to.
Yeah.
And so while she definitely checks off the majority for sure, just like me, we both got stuff to work on.
How'd you meet her?
I think just like the crossing of LA circles, like it was like a Venn diagram, like I'm over here, she's over here, and then we went like this one night.
Yeah. Is it serious?
Serious.
It is?
Pretty serious, yeah.
Pretty serious. All right. I won't press you anymore because I know you don't like talking about it, but I'm happy for you.
Thanks. Me too.
When I spoke to Jake, he also jokingly but a little bit seriously said his biggest regret is being related to you because sometimes he gets a bad rap.
I totally get it. There was definitely a phase where like I was becoming a problem for him. Except now, if anything, I think it's the opposite. Like I am in a much different, much healthier state of mind, which equates to me being better off in my life.
Yeah.
Like I will not. There are no more mess ups coming from this side. Jake is still a young lad doing some crazy things, being a little reckless sometimes. I'm pretty positive. I have more to worry about now than he does.
Yeah.
But I love the kid, I think it's important to make the distinction that Jake is not Logan and Logan is not Jake.
I do feel like, I think I told you this one time, I do feel like you've grown so much. Like I feel like we've watched you sort of mature and learn a lot. What is the biggest takeaway or lesson that you've learned, and how do you feel about where you're at right now?
I'm so happy. There is so much momentum, positive, just really good energy in my life. I'm surrounded by amazing people who are all really driven, passionate, talented. I think that's it. There was a very large evolution that took place that I think about this all the time. Can just be attributed to youth and growth. It's so interesting because creators and internet kids live this life on camera and they're expected to hold themselves to a certain standard because a lot of people watch them.
Yeah.
When I started making content, do you think I signed up to be a role model? I didn't give a
I did not care. All I wanted to do was make funny videos. And then all of a sudden now there's a lot of people watching me. Whoa, I have a responsibility. I have a duty to be a beacon of excellence and positivity and light while still being authentic to myself.
Yeah.
And so it's this weird balance where as you grow up, you learn what's right and you learn what's wrong. However, it's in front of the entire world. And so I don't think mistakes and setbacks and failures are attributed to youth maybe as much as they should be. I've always also been a late bloomer. Like I've always matured slower. I was the last one to go through puberty in my high school, and that's just been the course of my life. So.
Do you ever feel like you almost got famous making videos too young? Like, do you wish it had come later in life?
I don't. I love the course of my life. Everything kind of fell into place. I
do want to ask you about TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm just curious what your take on TikTok and the success of it is.
I think it's awesome. Now. I think it's obviously a massive platform, and the internet is all about crests and troughs, ups and downs. As long as you stay going up, if your pathways are like this, right?
Yep.
You're good. The trouble and challenge for the TikTok kids will be how to transition, how to translate your TikTok success, your 50 million followers, which mean absolutely nothing on YouTube. I'm worried for 99% of them. They will, my guess is, fall and spiral into a deep, dark pit of depression because they have this inflated sense of significance that I think anyone can acquire on TikTok. That's the great thing about the platform. It's so democratized. Anyone can make a viral TikTok and get followers. That's what they got to learn and figure out.
Are you speaking from personal experience? Like, was it hard for you to figure out, like, you saw the success? Was it ever hard for you to feel like, how do I transition this? Like, how do I go to the next level? Was it ever scary? Did you ever feel depressed about what could or would happen?
The only time I was in a state of prolonged sadness was after Tokyo, but that was a result of me. As far as my career growth and feeling lost because of that, I say that because yes, it does come from a place of experience, and I'm just worried that Wait,
where'd your... Oh, savage?
How far can this get you? You know what I'm saying? Can you make money off of this? Can you make a life out of this? I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. But you figure it out. TikTok is a sprint. This game is a marathon.
Yeah.
And you got to get creative. You got to navigate it wisely.
When you think about what your marathon looks like what does the future of Logan Paul's life look like?
So the set that I'm on was a massive game changer in my life. Impulsive. When I started this podcast, I didn't really know how to podcast. I didn't really know how to do anything. We're 180 episodes deep, and it's murdering it. And I'm confident I'll be doing this probably for the rest of my life. I also will do a lot of transitioning to Hollywood. I'll be writing stuff, directing stuff, producing stuff, and then starting businesses, clothing. We're about to relaunch Maverick Clothing, which is going to be awesome, May 22nd. And then there was one more thing. Oh yeah, signing talent, teaching, empowering the up and coming to be the best that they can be. I think that's what separates the good from the great.
Yeah.
The people who can empower the people of the upcoming generations.
When you think about your podcast, and 180 episodes is crazy, is there anything that you won't talk about on the podcast? I feel like your life is pretty much an open book. Is there a line there?
It's the one thing I won't get too detailed in is just my relationship stuff. I've always been semi low key, full transparency. If you're a woman and you get tied up in my life, your life will never be the same. It will just not. The association, the things you see here, the things you experience here, being around me, the way my mind works, once you're involved in my life, it is a whirlwind. It is a chaotic monsoon of XYZ. And so I'm
hesitant to involve the person that I'm spending my time with as much as I do everything else for the sake of them in their life.
Is that like a conversation that you have with them?
Yeah, for sure. I didn't realize it until my last relationship where I was like, wow, whoa, this had serious repercussions.
Yeah.
With this girl.
That was Chloe?
Yeah. Like it just, you say the name Logan Paul or like Jake Paul, and depending on what room you're in, some people get like a shiver down their spine, like it like just the sound of it is like, oh, those kids, whoa. And I totally get it. We've done some up some really like questionable, non-good life decisions. And I just want people to be aware of what they're getting into before they get into it.
Yeah. No,
And by the way, like I said, I'm in a completely different phase of my life. It's much easier to hop on the train right now. And I really am becoming an adult. I think I like it. But a lot going on. There's a lot going on. It's scary. Yeah.